Yo, what's up, people? It's your buddy Philko here, put live for your mama's house, and today I'm with
What's my name?
Dashka.
Right.
I think she doesn't like it anymore when she says her own name. So I'll say it from now on or something. What is that? Is that your hair? Is that what was it?
I don't know.
Oh shit, I got shit all over my face and whatever. And today we're going to have an interesting video talking about not just life in Russia, but we're going to talk about the average wage in Russia. Because right now, like how much money people make working in Russia. Because that's something a lot of Americans want to know about, because they're like, if I go there, will I have to spend a lot of money? Would I be able to save a lot of money? Would I be able to work there? So we're kind of going to talk about working in Russia right now a little bit, to talk about it. So I don't know how much you know about the average payment, like the average amount of money people make in Russia, like per week for a normal job. Do you think you know how much that is on like?
No, I don't know.
Normal
but
money?
maybe normal money.
Yeah.
This is I think from 30 to 50,000 of rubles
So let's say 40,000 rubles a month.
a month.
Okay.
In a month.
40
Yeah, this is normal payment.
Okay, 40,000 rubles a month. I believe right now that is about like $550 a month on average. $550, I believe. You could Google it, but I think 40,000 rubles is about 550. I pay for this apartment. This apartment is 25,000 a month. That's about $380, $390. So I think 40,000 is about 550. Yeah, so that is the average, I would say, around the average income for people in the city. And in Russia, they usually get paid every 2 weeks. That's normal, every 2 weeks. No?
Oh, yeah.
You get paid every
but
2
this
weeks.
is not a payment. It's like, it's called avance. I don't know how to say it in English.
Advance?
Avance and full payment.
Okay, so when do you get, how many times do you get your full payment? One time a month?
Yes.
Oh, just one time a month?
No, yes, it's, I don't know how to say it's the system in Russia.
It's a little difficult.
To pay for people.
To pay people, yeah. So
Oh, yes.
I will research this a little bit. But besides that, a lot of people ask me about how much apartments and stuff cost. How much? Oh, you live in a dorm, don't you? You live in a dorm.
Yes.
So you don't pay anything.
Yeah, I pay, but I pay 2,000
Say it in
and no, I just can remember the 2,300 of rubles in 6 months.
Every 6 months you pay 2,300 rubles. Every 6 months. Oh well, that's almost free. That's almost free.
Yes,
Damn.
yes.
Mhm.
But because I'm on.
You're a student.
I'm a student,
Right.
and I'm studying in budget. Бесплатный учусь.
Oh, okay. So you're basically you're maybe on a scholarship or something like that. I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
you guys have different
I'm studying
system.
free.
Right. You guys have a very different system here in Russia than we do in America when it comes to learning or learning for free. It's very, very different.
But I'm not sure that there is people works more than in America. Everywhere people work a lot of for good money. If you want.
I don't think working a lot gets you good money. It depends on the job you have. Because, for example, in America, if you work one day more than 8 hours, you're supposed to get extra money if it's more than 8 hours. It's called overtime. If I'm wrong, correct me. I haven't had a job in 12
Okay,
years.
I want to work in America.
But in Russia,
I can work more
but in
than 8
Russia,
hours.
people always told me when I gave my speaking clubs in my classes, they always told me, yes, you have those rules in Russia too, but they never follow it. Like they'll make you work extra
Actually, yeah.
for nothing extra. That's what they always tell me. So I believe that every different class when we talk, because I used to give business classes as well. You know, so I would talk about, you know, minimum wage is, what an entry level job is, you know, what is the average salary in New York, California, all this stuff we talk about it. What is overtime? What is getting a raise? What is getting promoted? All this stuff I taught. And when I ask questions about Russia, they will always say, yeah, we work overtime, but we don't get overtime money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and I remember hearing we get paid every 2 weeks. That's normal.
That's really true.
And when it comes to foreigners working here, I would honestly say it's easy to get a job if you're a foreigner here teaching a foreign language, I think, if I'm wrong. Well, okay, there's two types of foreigners in Russia. You have the Western foreigners who come from like France, Britain, or whatever. Then you got your foreigners from like Tajikistan, whatever. They're different types of foreigners. You know, one type of foreigner like from Tajikistan and whatnot, they come here to make more money. Immigrant. I mean, we're all immigrants. Well, we're all seen as immigrants in the eyes of people here because we're not from here. We came here. We're all looked at as immigrants. But from America and Britain, when we come here, sometimes we come here for work, you know, some extra work like dancing, playing basketball, but we usually get really good money for this stuff. But the other types of foreigners, you know, they usually get less money than the Russians do. So you have, you know, two types of foreigners here. So in a way, Russia is really good for some people. Like, have you been to Moscow lately? Have you been to Moscow lately? You should see all of Moscow. Have you been there?
No, I have never been.
Many foreigners and a lot of Russians are angry. They're taking all the construction jobs from us. They're taking our jobs. But it's just, I think every big country has that. Like, they have their foreigners who come there from poor countries and do easy jobs. I think maybe Kazakhstan, you have that too. Maybe. In Kazakhstan, you have people who come from other countries and they work cheap jobs.
Yes.
From what countries they come from and go to Kazakhstan?
Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan.
It's so sexy when you said those names. I don't know why. Sounds very sexy.
Step.
I don't know why. I'm serious. Okay.
Maybe China.
From China? But China...
I think sometimes.
But China has a much better economy than Kazakhstan, I think.
Yes, but maybe I'm wrong. But I think so. Maybe from Mongolia.
Oh, I love Mongolia. I gotta go there one day. There's like 5 people who live there, but I still want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Well, I like being a foreigner here because if you manage to make a foreign salary, living here is very easy. It's very simple. Very, very easy. If you manage to make the amount of money you can make in New York, you make that here, you'll live very simple. Very simple. You won't have to worry about it. Like, you won't have to worry about it, like, at all. That's the best thing, but that's hard. Like, how are you going to do that? Not everybody can do that. You know, not everybody can come here and keep a job in New York while staying in Russia. You know what I mean? So a lot of people who come here and kind of do what I do, just live, notice they're usually older than me. Like Fred, like Jean-Marc, Chris Green. These guys are older than me. You know, they've worked for many years and they saved up a lot of money, so they don't really need to do anything anymore. You know, I'm a little younger. I'm not young, but I'm a little younger, so I'm still making money now while I'm here. What's funny is I've never made as much money in America as I am here in Russia. So that's crazy. You know, like I'm in America, it's okay here and there. Then I come to Russia and I start making a good amount of money to the point where I don't even think about money anymore. I don't think about it. You know, when we go out, I'm like, get what you want, get what you want. I don't think about it anymore. You know, and I love it. So if a foreigner can manage to do that, I think they'll be absolutely comfortable here. If they can deal with the Russian mentality of, like, you know, being serious and, you know, if they stare when you look different. If you could deal with that stuff, you'll be absolutely fine, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. I guess he agrees. Yeah, I guess this isn't really your topic. Well, you are a foreigner yourself, actually.
What?
You're a foreigner. You're an immigrant.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I almost Russian.
But you're basically Russian. It's not that, like, we're different immigrants, you know?
Yeah, but I will change...
Citizenship.
No.
Oh.
I changed my passport from Kazakhstan and Russia.
Doesn't that mean you're changing? Okay, maybe. Okay.
My family will move here.
Wow.
Yeah, in a few months.
Kruta.
Yes.
When I go back to America, I'm planning on, like, if I don't know if it's going to happen. There's a small chance that I might go back with somebody. It's a small chance. Yeah, it's a small chance. I might go back with somebody. Then you see me like, Andre, come on. I go with Andre.
I think it will be me. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Who the fuck knows? That was cool. But anyway, yeah, I'm like, come on, Andre. Andre actually wants to go to Thailand in February because some girl is inviting him. But he never met this girl. He just saw her on the internet. I'm like, dude, you better meet her ass first before she looks 50 kilograms bigger.
Oh my god.
And then Andre's at the airport. I'm ready to go home. I know Andre.
Fuck this shit.
Andre, if she's a fat chick in real life, he would just turn around and go home. He's not doing it. So Andre better meet her first because he...
No, she should go and relax.
He's not going to go with a fat chick.
Without this girl.
Alright, I'll make a plan B. We'll go, if the chick is fat, we'll tell her, oh damn, we'll be on the same airplane. Shit.
You know, Russian men says things like this. Лучше плавать по волнам, чем биться о скалы.
Holy shit, I'm not sure what all that means. It's better
Will be better if you will swim in waves than
fall in the water, drop in the water, drown.
No. Crash in rocks.
Funny Maya.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know, and
But fat chicks.
I don't know how to explain this. This is a very
It's a very interesting proverb, yeah. It's
Yes.
an interesting phrase. But I understand the point. You know, I mean, they're both basically bad, but one is much worse than the other. No, they're both basically bad, but one is worse than the other. But I don't know. We would still go. I might go with him. I might. But I might be in New York at that time. I'm not sure. I was thinking about surprising my mother on her birthday, maybe. You know, because I haven't been to New York in almost 3 years. Some people think I'm in jail. I gotta make up jail stories when I go home. Yo, it was so cold in prison. It was cold, you know, I had to fight, bang niggas in the yard, and all this stuff I'm gonna say. But I don't know, I'll see. I'm gonna have some fun with that. Because I think when people see me, the people who know that I'm in Russia, when they see me in New York, like I did this, I went home 3 times already. And every time somebody saw me who knew I was in New York, we always would stop and we would have a conversation for hours. They had so many questions, especially after my 3rd time where I toured the whole country, like people looking at my YouTube channel, seeing me on the news and all this stuff. Everybody had questions, and I mean, it's not like I'm famous or something, but anyone who knew me was just so interested in what I was going through. They're like, I can't believe you actually did it. You talked about doing it, but I can't believe you actually did it. You know, so it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. All right. Anything to add? I forgot what we were talking about.
About how hard work
Oh, being a foreigner in this motherfucker. Yeah.
works in Russia.
Yeah. So that's basically it, guys. I think this is a good episode, and maybe one day me and Daska will come to New York together. Go to New York together. I'm forgetting English. I don't know if I should say we'll come to New York together. Well, I could say come because that's where I'm from. So I'm coming home because that's where I'm from, but she's not. We will go to New York together. Fuck it. It's possible. Who knows? Who knows what can happen? So that's basically it. And anything you want to add?
No.
All right,
Please
guys.
book me a ticket to New York.
Book. We can do that. Okay. But you need a visa first.
Yes.
So we're going to need money to get you a visa. Then we're going to need money to get you a ticket. We can do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, it's just
No,
joke.
why not? That was a joke. All right, we'll talk about it off camera.
Yes.
All right, people, we out.
Bye.
Later. I'm not joking.